Pause. -C. iPhone microphone. Unmuted.
Trying to do something.
10:02 a.m. 4G.
And
Control center. Or mobile. Wi-Fi. Bluetooth. iPhone. Previous track. Play. Next track. Lock rotation. Do not disturb. On. Do not disturb.
it's on.
Timer. Camera. Time. Talks. Volt. Right. Do lock. iPhone. Lock. Do not disturb. Switch button. On.
Right.
Saturday. 10:02 a.m.
This is going to be a long recording.
10:02 a.m.
So,
File. Stereo. iPhone microphone.
Let me see
-2.
why
Pause.
it's not-
Stop.
oh, yeah.
Stop. Button.
okay, so like I said, this is going to be a very long recording. So, if by the time I upload it, the maximum size for YouTube is 128 megabytes. I'm obviously going to not go past 128 megabytes of file size. So anyway, if anybody is going to listen to this recording, they might want to have plenty of time in their hands to actually listen to this recording, because I'm going to make a long one today, and I've decided I don't want to edit and cut the recording and stuff. I just want to show you a bit of the day of my life. A bit of a day in my life as it is if I wasn't doing a recording. A little bit thirsty today, so what I sometimes do is drink off the tap out of my hands, and I drink as much water as I like. I don't really count. Is it a litre of water? Is it 2 litres of water? Is it what? You know, I don't count that really. I don't put a count to it. I just think, oh well, and yeah. I just drink it. If I want to drink, I have as much drink as I like. Now the good news is I don't have to buy Coke today, because I've got Coke in the fridge, so I can just I can just take my Coke to the shops if I want one so badly. Or I could buy Coke and just leave the one in the fridge. I can just do whatever, I suppose. Get my keys. I am pretty much going to eat and then start walking to the shops, because I am not getting taxis today. Not happening, Jose. I am not getting taxis. Not going to do it. I have absolutely no interest in paying a taxi driver for petrol money, when I can easily walk for nothing at all. I can just walk for free. So, yeah, is all I can say. Right, got my lovely t-shirt on, and put my, what jeans am I going to wear today? Not those bloody long ones. God no, get out. I'm not wearing those long jeans. No way. Oh, fuck that. I'm not going to wear them. Ugh, no way. Those are a bit shorter. I'm going to put those. Have to rearrange my clothes for a second, and then I'll be right. Yeah. Alright. Oh, bloody coat hangers in the fucking road. Fuck me dead. Okay. Long jeans. I am not wearing long jeans. I can wear those light black pants, but I don't want to do that either. I don't want to wear light black pants. My stomach is a little bit bloated. I don't know why, it's a bit bloated. I'm getting some more water because I want some. I like to drink water, so I drink it. Right, sorted out my clothes. I found where I don't know what colour my shorts are, but I found where they were on the bloody, on the fucking, stupid towel rail in there in the bathroom. Right, I might as well just leave the air conditioner going. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to make a coffee and have bananas in Weet-Bix, I reckon. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, maybe I don't know what I want at the moment. Don't have a clue. The mango there, I'll eat the other mango tonight for dinner with a bit of chicken. Yes. A little bit of chicken with some mango tonight. When I get home, I thought I lost my phone and I didn't, it's here. When I get home I'll be doing the dishes. So that's when I get home. Might have banana and mango tonight actually. Yeah, I'll do that. Weet-Bix for breakfast. I would usually talk over breakfast today, but I'm going to reserve my chit-chatting for walking to the shops. That's when I'll be chit-chatting, when I'm going to walk to the shopping centre. And when I walk home from the shopping centre, put a little bit of sugar in the bowl because I know I'll be having it with Weet-Bix anyway. A little bit of sugar with Weet-Bix is good enough. There we go. Right, now, oh, I've got to get the Weet-Bix out now. God, where are they? I know they're in this pantry cupboard. Oh, they're right there. So yeah, I listened to that recording of yours, Stephanie. If you're listening, that's right, I've got to buy avocado today. Anyway, I was listening to your recording, Stephanie, about the job boards. Frankly, and not to sound like I'm trying to, what's the word I'm saying? Always struggle to find words now, don't ask why, but not trying to sound like I'm putting you off or telling you what my opinion is and you should just follow what I think, or, you know, I'm not trying to sound like I'm, you know, I'm not trying to sound like to try and put you offside or anything like that, if there's any other way to say it. But the reason I personally won't look at the job boards, and I can tell you why I won't do it, doesn't make it wrong, I'm just saying. I personally will not use job boards because I don't like well, not only do I don't like not finding jobs that I don't want, I don't like the prospect of always going to the job boards with the doubtful feeling that there might be a job on offer, but then there never is. If that makes any sense whatsoever, good luck. And I do mean VI people and blindies here, not the sighted world, because they have a hard enough time with employment, but we have it worse off. Good luck for anyone who wants to continue doing job searches. I would applaud you for that. Maybe there will be a job on offer one day for you guys, for any of us. I, however, have got no interest in job searching every day of the week, knowing that all those jobs that are out there are not really suited to me. Doesn't make it wrong to do job searching. Forgot to put milk in the coffee. Oh shit. It doesn't make it wrong to do job searching. It just puts me off, if that makes sense. I feel put off. Doesn't make it that everyone else shouldn't do job searches. Everybody has the right to look for jobs. So I'm not actually saying or like arguing to that effect. To be quite frank with you, I'm not arguing to that effect. I'm simply saying that I do not like the prospect of looking for hundreds of jobs that I could do, but I've either got no interest in, or in reality I can't do them. So yeah, I'm like not interested in job searching or looking for work. Everyone else is trying to convince me to find work. I sort of put on the okay, yes, and and I'll think about it. But really at the end of the day, I'm not looking for work. And I'm not interested in volunteering. I'm sorry to say this, don't take offence at me, because volunteering's fine. People do volunteering all the time, so don't take offence at me when I say this. What I'm about to say, I don't mean to sound like I'm against volunteering, because as much as I'm against it for myself, I'm not actually against it in general. If people doing volunteer work helps out society, if that's what happens, then volunteering is great. So think of it how you will. But I am not interested in doing unpaid work. I want to earn money, and volunteering is not helping me earn money. It might be helpful to society if I did volunteer work, but it isn't getting me what I want. It's not giving me what I need. I don't get anything out of volunteer work. Yes, I may feel great that everyone else is getting help, but do I receive anything in return? No. You could argue that yes, you are. You're getting friends, making friends, and people are appreciating what you do. That's not, how do I say this now? That's not what I'm asking for, though. I can get the same appreciation and the same respect just by going down the road to have a cup of coffee. So volunteering, as much as I feel good about being praised with approval and, oh, you're so helpful when you do volunteer work, you know what? I can get the same attention over a cup of coffee. I don't need to do volunteer work to be approved. I know volunteer work and coffee mornings aren't the same, but what I'm saying is I don't think it's good enough that I would have a job, receive praise and attention for it, and then not get paid. I don't think that's good enough. I mean, you can turn around and tell me that I'm being an ungrateful bitch right now if you want. You could do that. You could turn around and say that I'm being ungrateful because, I can just accept what happens in life and don't have to get paid for jobs because, receiving some kind of accolade like, a new friendship or go to meetings and things should be good enough. You know what? That is a cop-out. It's a fucking cop-out. Because what you're basically telling me is, and I know you wouldn't say it in a polite way, but in a polite way, what you really mean is, if I were to say it truthfully, is get over it. You don't need to earn money to help society. Just accept what you got. Well, no, I'm not going to just accept what I've got. I have the right, like anyone else, to earn money. And when people tell me that, hey, I'm helping society by volunteering, what they're basically saying is that they don't really need to pay me money to work because I'm not really good enough. Well, I don't think it's good enough that I help everyone else out and I don't get so much as a thank you in return. Meaning that people can be as loving and as nice to me as they want if I do volunteering. That is not the same as getting paid money, and I'm sorry, but making friends is not paying my bills. Saying, hey, would you like to go out to dinner after work? And going out to dinner after doing a volunteer position for the day is not getting me my priorities organised at home, guys. If I can help myself, then I'll volunteer to help the rest of society. But I have a hard enough time helping myself. How do you think I can help anyone else? That's my little rant about volunteering. Why it's good, both good and bad. So I'm now going to eat and then resume chit-chatting properly after I've eaten and ready to go. My opinion while I'm eating, because I won't be chit-chatting properly, but my opinion is, if you can make money and earn your wages and pay your bills and help yourself at home, then by all means go for it and do volunteering. But I don't think that volunteering on its own can actually help you get through life. I think that volunteer work drains your life. I think that as much as it feels good to enjoy company from others, meet friends, make new relationships, go out to gatherings, that isn't actually getting you very far in life. Just, you know, just in that context. Yeah, you might feel great. You might come home thinking, oh, well, volunteering is great. But you, as a person, are not really going to get very far without making or earning a living. You know, volunteering and helping the rest of the world isn't going to get your bills paid. If you want to get your bills paid and you want to, you know, to do any bloody volunteering and stuff, you might as well volunteer in the banking sector for accounting or financial advice, because you might, even if you're not going to make money from the jobs, people might offer you payment grants and things like that. But if you're just generally volunteering, you're not actually helping yourself. You might make yourself feel good, go to work for 3 hours twice a week to do volunteering. What happens when you get home? Nothing. You still have to put bread and, you know, meat and all that on the table. The only thing that makes sense to me with volunteering is if you're doing, say, a part-time job where you get paid, not a lot of money, but you're getting paid, and then you think, well, I need more work, I can't get a full-time job, so if I do part-time work, then I do a volunteer position, then I'll be working a lot more, except that I won't have full-time paid employment. It'll just be a part-time job and a volunteer job. That would actually make more sense. Or if you ran 2 part-time jobs and a volunteer position, you'd be working a lot each week, even though you only get paid less money for 2 part-time jobs or very little for 1 part-time job. You'd be getting some money in, and you'd be able to help out the rest of society how you want to help them out, come home feeling good, and pay your bills, and put food on the table, and go out to have a good time with all of these people that you meet. You wouldn't be going home after helping out your neighbourhood in different ways empty-handed. You wouldn't be coming home empty-handed, basically. So yeah, I can't see the sense in having volunteer work without actually having a part-time paid position, or, you know, even if you manage to get a full-time job, you know. But I cannot see the point in doing volunteer work if you can't even get a paid position. Sometimes volunteering does lead to paid employment, but not always, and you get, you know, you actually get less out of volunteer work than what you put in. You put in more to your volunteer job than you get out of it. That is such a fucking rip-off. If I want to do anything to help society, I want something in return. I feel that if I help the world, I feel that the world owes me for helping it. I expect it to pay me for helping it. Why would I do something for nothing? I don't live like that. If you want anything from me, you can pay for it, because otherwise I'm not going to help you if you don't pay. If you don't pay for your help, I'm not giving it to you. Anyway, that's my bit of a whinge. I'm going to the library for the day. Reading. I won't be cooking any food anymore because I'm not allowed to do it. Not allowed to cook. So yeah, I'll just be surviving on the bare minimum, I think, and not eating very healthy. Some healthy foods, but a lot of junk food. Anyway, we'll see how we go. I'm going to insist tomorrow when I have a conference that even though I do get help to cook, I'm going to insist that I be allowed to cook independently sometimes. So say a chef comes around once a week and supervises me cooking and helps me cook. The rest of the week I want to cook independently so that I'm not just leaving it up to the support workers to do everything for me. I'm going to insist on that tomorrow. And if they say yes, that's fine, I'm going to resume starting from, and I'll say Tuesday because I have a pension, I'm going to resume cooking independently from thence on. That way I can go to the shops, get a bit of fruit and veg, go to Coles, get a few things like a bit of steak and all that. Go home and have steak and veggies for dinner. Put some chicken in the oven, have some chicken on bread. So yeah, I want to continue independent cooking as much as I can. That's my Weet-Bix finished. Now I've got to drink my coffee. God. And I'll be going to the dentist soon. They're going to fix up my teeth a bit. Take a Valium. Get them to fix my teeth while I'm on Valium. And I'll be right. I'll come home thinking, Jesus, what did I do to myself? Oh, what the hell happened today? Why do I feel like shit because I don't like what happened? But, oh well, whatever. And then I'll just... I'll make a sandwich and I'll be fine. So yeah, whatever. So, yeah. Oh, I don't want to... Oh, I might just pause that recording, actually. I wonder if I can do that. I'll see if I can.
10:32 a.m. 3 notifications.
Whatever.
Settings. Record. File. Step. Minus. Pause. Stop. Stop.
Oh, I can
button.
pause the recording.
Pause.
Then
Button.
I'll pause it when I'm... when I'm ready to go then.
Minus
I
9.
think I'll
Pause.
do that.
Button. Pause. Stop. Stop.
So I have made a discovery about Recorder HQ. If I leave it on pause, but I do not get out of the app, it does not stop the recording and save it automatically. It just leaves it up for you to resume later. This is amazing. Oh, I've got to dry this teaspoon off properly, because if I don't, the Milo will be very, very, very hard next time I go to get it. The water has a reaction to the minerals in it, like iron and magnesium and that in the Milo. So when water touches Milo, it causes the minerals to harden. So I have to make sure I have dry ends when I make Milo, because otherwise, wow, I end up with very hard Milo. Oh well, I guess whatever. So one, trying to find the cup is difficult, and it slides around. Fucking myself up here. Have to get another teaspoon. Oh God. Because water and Milo reacts, and the Milo goes hard. It absorbs water and goes hard, because it causes a reaction with all the minerals that are in it, and it makes it, yeah, it just fucks it up. Really strong cup of Milo, there it is. I've got shit everywhere here. Shit all over the place. I'll clean that up right now. But yeah, tomorrow I am going to insist, I'll tell the chef that I'm okay with supervision with cooking. But I want to be able to manage my own cooking most of the time. Obviously for 2 hours a week, if he has to supervise me doing cooking, then okay, he can supervise me cooking. He can if he wants. Obviously he's allowed to do it. That's why he works at this community support work company, because he's allowed to help people, you know. But I don't want him to say, oh, we shouldn't let you cook, you know. I don't want him to say all of that. Because if the doctor decides that I can't cook, then I'm going to be in lots of trouble, because sometimes I want to cook steak and veggies, sometimes I want pasta. Don't get me wrong, I'm not one of these people that just wants steak and potato and boiled eggs and mushrooms on toast. Ugh, yuck, I hate mushrooms. Oh, yuck. Ew. Ugh. Anyway, yuck. For anyone that loves mushrooms on toast, good luck to you. Ugh. Yuck. Ew. So, I'm not your steak and potatoes woman, and that's it. I don't want anything else. Don't want any different, you know, foods or stuff. No, I like eating lots and lots of things. There are certain vegetables I don't like, so of course I'm going to be a bit fussy. I'll be telling the chef, look, I buy the ingredients and you help me cook it, because I don't like mushrooms and I don't like... I might have a couple of cooked olives in my cooking, but not too strong. Don't want it to be too strong. Things like that. And I've got to be honest with him, I don't want eggplant. I can have squash and zucchini and pumpkin and everything else. I don't know if I'd eat turnips in cooking. I don't know if I would or not, but I'd try it. Parsnips, I don't know. I've eaten parsnip chips and they're quite nice. So I wouldn't have a clue. But just don't get me any eggplant or raw olives or mushrooms of any type, cooked and raw. I think they're disgusting, but anyway, don't get me all of that shit and I'll be right. Oh, I've got to clean out my fucking fridge. I forgot about that yesterday. Oh, shit. That's alright, I'll do it this afternoon when I get home. So, yeah. Of course, I've got to be honest with this bloke tomorrow, because that way he knows where I stand. And I'll say, sometimes I need to cook. Even if I cook potatoes and steak, and I'll let him cook everything else. Even if I throw in, they've got packets of sliced pumpkin now, which you don't have to cut it up. You just throw it all into the pot, cut up a bit of broccoli, throw that into the pot and boil it with some potatoes and some other veggies, whatever. Even if I do steak and boiled veggies every night, it'll be boring, but if I do steak and veggies, and on the weekends he does something really interesting, and we put it in the freezer, that is better than me saying, no, I'm not doing independent cooking, I'm not doing independent cooking, no. Or even if I have to cook the same meal every night, or put something in the oven every day, you know, or use the slow cooker to make meals. The chef might even use my slow cooker himself to do a meal. He might even get it all ready and say, don't take the lid off, leave it until 7 o'clock tonight and then make some rice or some pasta on the stove. Can you do that? And I'd say, yes, I can. I have a rice cooker and I have a stove to do pasta or boiled veggies. I won't do anything else. I find it too difficult, and I've tell him that I'll tell him that I've told guide dogs that. He'll agree with me, not most likely, and say, well, you know, if he says, how would you like if I did use your stove to do cooking, I'd say, yeah, that's not a problem. You can use my stove, you can use my electrical skillet, you could even use my oven or my slow cooker. But I would like to try to do independent cooking sometimes. So long as I cook well enough that it's safe to eat. I don't want to burn food too much because that puts me off. But so long as I can cook it so that it is safe to eat, that's not a problem. And even if he did do a complimentary, say, crumbed chicken breast or chicken schnitzel or something that I could say, just do, you know, cook one of those please, I'll be putting it on bread tomorrow or tonight, you know, he would do that. But so long as I can do independent cooking every other time, even if I don't do a lot, I might just do boiled eggs, steak, chicken and things like that in the oven, with boiled veggies nearly every night. Boiled or steamed veggies, or sausages are not too difficult to cook. I can actually do curried sausages. I can do limited foods, limited cooking in the fry pan. So even if I just do that, that is so much better than saying, I can't cook, I need someone to cook for me. Like, I love it when people cook for me. But at the same time, I want to cook for myself as well. So yeah, bring on supervised cooking assistants, bring it on. So I'll be telling the truth tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to slug down my Milo and get going. don't know why I had some diarrhea today. I don't know what's going on. And the doctor will answer that question when I go in a couple of weeks. It could be 2 weeks to 2 months. It depends on when we can get me into the doctors. They're also going to answer my questions as to why I need so much stuff with vitamins and iron and magnesium especially. Why I get cravings for foods that contain iron, potassium, magnesium and salt and calcium. Why? And I'm not hearing, mental in the head stuff. No. I'm asking for answers, not theories. I want an answer to my question. And if they say, well, we could say that you like milk and that's why you like it so much, I might say, well, that's true, but why do I get a craving for it all the time? What's so necessary about calcium, magnesium, iron, potassium and salt? What is so necessary about those 5 things? And number 6 is sulphur foods like onion, garlic, cabbage. Why? Is there something actually wrong with me, or is it just because I physically need all of that sort of stuff because I do so much, or attempt to do so much exercise, I make an attempt at it, you know? I try to put myself in a position where I have to walk for a long time, for example, to get anywhere. Yeah. I absolutely love Milo, and I love Staminade. I wouldn't drink Staminade too much. I wouldn't drink it too much because it can hurt you after a while if you have too much of it. But I absolutely love Staminade. I love it more than you'd like to know. I'm just going to use hot water to dissolve the Milo, because I want the Milo to dissolve so I can get a drink of water. That's better. Have a straight drink of water. Why do I crave so much water all the time when I don't have diabetes? The doctor will be like, oh, it might just be you. Might just be how you are. And I say, well, that's fair enough. If anybody tries to be opinionated at me and say, you need to get a checkup, you're drinking too much water, I'm just going to say, no, I don't. The doctor told me to drink too much water. And if anyone says, you'll drown yourself, I'll say, the doctor did some tests and I'm not drowning. If I feel sick, I'll go back and ask him to, to work out what's going on, because if I drink less water, I get dehydrated. If I drink a real lot of water, I don't get dehydrated. So I probably am not actually drinking too much, which means I would be getting sick from something else, not from drinking the water. So yeah, people need to really get their facts straight before they go telling me medical shit that they don't even know about me. Very bad display there, guys. Didn't mean it. Guess what I did? Choked on some water. Yuck. Ugh. I don't like choking. Yuck. Yuck. Couldn't help it, but it happened. Enough. got a full glass and I only needed half a glass. Oh well, I drank enough water.
Stop. Pause. Button. -50. Pause.
Okay.
Stop.
Hopefully I won't be getting sick from something because, yeah, had a cramp in the stomach overnight and a bit of diarrhea today, so I'm hoping that I won't deteriorate. And I did drink about 2 litres of water today. Close on 2 litres of water, and milk in my cereal and Milo and a cup of coffee and all this other rubbish that I wanted to get into.
Stop. Button.
So, go figure. I want to see if this works better. I think it's still a bit muffled in my bag, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'll just see how I go, I think. But then my bag is going to make a lot of noise as I walk to the bloody shops. And I've got a hefty load of water. I've got 708, 9, 1,000, 750 plus 600. I'm going to say 800, 9,000, 1, 2, 3, no, hang on, 9, 1,100, 2, 3, 0.4, 1,000. So I've got 1.3 litres of water on me. Wow, that's amazing. Yes, in the heat, you need water. I guess in the heat you need some water. I wonder how hot it's going to be outside today. Probably very boiling hot. Oh my god. And Stacey walks outside in this fucking heat. Oh, everyone does, I suppose. to you guys in the recording while I'm walking. So, I'm now up on the street, ready to walk in this bloody heat. And I will admit, I might be getting a taxi home if it's still too hot out here. Because I like exercising, but I'm not stupid, I am. I only do so much in the bloody hot weather. I'm not a dickhead. So yeah, if you guys have any time, you'll have to sit around for a couple of hours listening to my recording, because I'm going to make it quite long today. I had to pause my recording a bit unexpectedly because I thought, well, I've got to do the dishes, and I thought, no, I won't record that. And then I paused the recording to go to the toilet, of course, and otherwise, yeah. I think with this blaring heat I might be getting a cab home this afternoon. Feel the old heart thudding away in my chest. Blip, 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 blip. No cars coming, no. I guess since I'm not feeling any pain and I don't feel really sick, like I don't feel incredibly crook. I'm very hot right now, so I feel a bit off colour because I'm hot, but I'm not really, really, really sick, and I'm not walking as fast as I can. I'm walking normally, but not as quick as I possibly can. I'm tolerating the heat right now, so far, and all I'm simply doing is doing a 20-minute walk to the shops, sit around for 3 hours, and if it's still too hot outside, I will be getting a taxi home after doing a bit of shopping at Coles. I'll be getting a taxi home. So, yeah. I'm not absolutely racing, I'm just walking properly, but not racing. And I need to go and get some new Crocs from from the DFO place near the airport. Need to get some new Crocs, and I need to get a new very large backpack in preparation for the next couple of years when I receive a guide dog. I need to put my cane in my backpack, water bowl, bottle of water, everything in it, because I'm not letting my dog go without water. So yeah, I'll be sorting that out, going to the doctors. They'll probably say, oh, you look very well and I think you're doing very fine, you know. I'll say, oh, that's fair enough. Then I don't have any questions, do I? And they'll probably say, oh, well, you can ask questions if you like. Listening for traffic. Well, the heart is still racing, but it's not giving me the, oh, I'm getting sick signal. So that tells me that even though I feel hot and off, I'm not physically sick, apart from a diarrhea type of, I don't know, virus. I feel sick from that, but I'm not like, guess what, my heart's racing and I'm about to die. I'm not like that, which is great. I feel a bit hot off colour, but not, look at me, gonna die. Nope, not like that. But just to make sure that I feel okay, I'll be getting a taxi home this afternoon and getting my shopping out of the road. Yeah. Well, I still feel alright, and I love walking. So now I'm walking at a slightly quicker pace because I'm on the flat ground. I'm not going up any steep hills, so I'm walking a bit quicker, which I feel like I can physically tolerate. Anyway, back to the doctors. I'll let them know, no, I don't have any questions for now. So yeah. Have to stay quiet when I'm listening for traffic. And when I've got a guide dog, I can do recordings on YouTube about my training and walking with my new dog. And believe me, he'll be having plenty of water to drink all day long and all night. I'm not going to deny access to water, and if the dog jumps on my bed and crushes me because he needs a wee, he'll be going outside at night time. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't give a shit if the dog is thirsty. If it's like me, it needs a drink, go to the toilet, it'll have a drink and go to the toilet. I'm allowed to do that. Why can't the dog do that? I think it's unfair on a dog if you can go to the toilet at night. Hang on. Hello, bird. If I can go to the toilet at night and have a drink, why isn't the dog allowed to do that? Why does the dog have to be restricted if I don't? I can understand routines, and the dog's not a person, I know that, but I still think it is cruel not to give the dog access to a toileting break if they need to go. I don't give a shit what time of day or night it is. I think it's bloody cruel, and the dog's body doesn't say, hey, it's night time, I won't get thirsty till morning, or I won't go to the toilet until morning because, hey, it's night time. Nah. I don't believe in any of that shit, and blow me if you want me to believe anything differently, because I bloody well won't. I'm not about to take away water and toilet access from an animal. If we can go anytime we like, so can the animal. I don't give a fuck what anyone says to me. Oh yum, someone's cooking lunch. Yum. Yummy. Lunch. Yum. Well, I'm still physically tolerating exercise. I feel a bit, not run down, just a bit drained, but not any signals that suggests sit down quickly or go home or get a taxi or get a drink or go to hospital or anything, really, nothing. So I'm both drained in a way, but very well at the same time. So yeah, I'm fine. I just do what my body needs. If I need Milo, if I need water, if I need coffee, I'll have what I need. It's how it is. If I want 2 hot chocolates, I'll have 2 hot chocolates. I won't deny myself of my needs anymore. Even if I am fucking stupid, I don't give a shit. It's my body, I'll give it what it needs. I actually feel good. Exercising, walking, I feel better. So you can hear the hawks getting around. It's decided I'm not a prey item, so it won't get me today. Oops. Too bad if it did think I was a prey item. Holy crap. I'd be sprinting for my life. I'd be taking off running. Yeah. Whoops, I better wait for these cars to go. It is hot today. Hot. Sit in the library for 2 or 3 hours and then get my shopping and then go home, I think. No, they're all coming in. So he turned all the way around just to go in there. Okay. Quickly cross before anybody fucking comes out. There we go. Got away with it. Have to be very fast here. I'll have to train my guide dog how to be very quick without hurting me by accident. Of course, they don't mean to hurt anyone. Guide dogs have accidents like everyone has accidents. They don't mean when they hurt you. It's just a bad reaction time, or they've done something and didn't perceive that something would go wrong and they're like, oh shit. Anyway, sweating like a bloody pig out here. So yeah, sweating like a pig. Shit. Hello. Crossing is really full at the moment. Oh my god.
I'm coming up behind you. We're just getting to a road. Do you want me to help you cross?
Oh, I'll be okay to cross, thanks.
Yeah,
I'll be alright, thanks.
Okay, excellent. All right.
Thanks. Oh, sorry, whoops.
I'll go round you.
Oh, thanks. Sorry,
You're all right. You're all right. You're all right then.
oh, thank you. Library. Yeah, library, yep. The library. Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Whoops.
Your way there.
Oh, sorry. I'm just using my white cane to get around. Sorry. Trying to find where the table is. Oh, table and chair. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Water bottles out. Okay. Oh, I love walking to the shops. Love walking. Okay, here we go.